Most people buy the wrong business because they never score their deal correctly. If you want to avoid a bad acquisition, you need to follow this framework. We've developed acquisition framework we call the Fleming ETA Deal Index. There are 9 factors come down to 1 score. And we're breaking these down one at a time. Here's video 3 of 9 on seasonality. Now, seasonality shows how cash flow can ebb and flow throughout the year. And I think most buyers really underestimate this. And that almost all small businesses are seasonal businesses. There are very few that we look at that don't have some kind of seasonality. And the question is simple: does the business generate steady cash flow year round, or are you highly reliant on one single period to generate your profits for the year? Now, a 5 means true year-round stability. Now, no one quarter is going to be below 20% of revenue. Cash flow stays positive, staffing stays consistent, and you don't need to stockpile cash to survive the off-season. A 4 means there's mild but predictable swings. No quarter drops below 15%, and you may see a slow month or two, but it's manageable. Now, a 3 means there's real peaks and valleys. It means there's going to be one quarter that dips below the 10 to 15% of revenue range. Staffing becomes harder because you have to manage the ups and downs. You might have to pay overtime during peak periods, and you're going to have to pay people to not do a lot of work during the lulls. The business still works, but cash flow has to be actively managed. And 3 should be considered a neutral score. It means the business is neither good or bad. So this is where you're going to find most businesses. Now, a score of a 2 is a business with sharp seasonality. You're going to have a quarter that generates less than 10% of your annual revenue, or one quarter that generates more than 40% of your annual revenue. And in this instance, working capital stress can become a real factor managing cash flow throughout the year. And if you slip up during that busy season, it means your entire year could be ruined. And a 1 is extreme dependency in a very narrow range. It means that more than 50% of your annual revenue comes within one single period, or most of your revenue is tied to one single event. If weather slips or the supply chain breaks, or you just get the flu during that short window, the entire business could collapse. An example of this might be fireworks stands, anything that sells things related to a specific holiday, outdoor contractors in certain climates, really any niche event-driven business. Very, very few first-time buyers can survive in this world without huge capital reserves, and it's definitely not something you want to have a big loan associated with. So seasonality determines your cash needs, your staffing variability, and operational stress. Ignore it, and the business is going to surprise you at the worst times of year. If you want to see how your deal adds up, check out our new app. Just go to the link in our bio, check out your deal score.